loud to you and it sounds cool to you, but to everyone else it's not like that loud, so I mean, it's a great gun, you know? Alright, so hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 carbines in Phantom Forces. Last time I did a top 5 video, it was the top 5 LMGs, and more people actually wanted carbines than sniper rifles, which is pretty interesting. 1,000 likes for top 5 sniper rifles. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. The carbine class is full of a lot of really good guns, so I'll give a couple of honorable mentions near the end because there are plenty of guns in this category. Let's just start off with number 5, which is going to the G36K. Now, this gun used to be notoriously really broken for a short amount of time, and now it's still really good, just not quite as broken as before. Actually, there was 2 times it was super broken. So the first time it had 300 blackout, it still does, but they completely rebalanced that conversion. It used to basically just give it insane damage, did 38 damage. Then basically people realized that it was kind of like a other really broken gun in the game, which was the 300 blackout HK416, which was super meta, and it was basically like a rank 6 version of that gun. Long story short, of course, it got a nerf. However, it's still really good. They didn't nerf it that hard, just gave it a little bit less range and stuff, which made it not 3-hit kills super far, but because of the long barrel on the assault rifles and carbines being super good, range is still great. 3-hit to a 6-hit, but it's 19, so it just hit a headshot. Really accurate gun, great rate of fire. I mean, this gun is just amazing. If you want an overall really solid gun, this gun has got you, man. In fact, on my ult account, this was like my highest kill gun, and that was after the nerf to the gun, and I wasn't using long barrel either. It was just like, you know, angled grip compensator. This gun is just overall amazing, you know? 750 RPM, 3-hit kill, amazing velocity for a carbine. Even for an assault rifle, it's great velocity. This gun is just extremely good. The only downsides are recoil isn't perfect, but it's really not bad at all. And secondly, I guess it just has a 6-hit kill at range, but plenty of carbines have that, you know? But yeah, this gun is great. 1,200 kills on the gun. A lot of them are with the 300 blackout, about 500 kills without it. It's still a great gun. And number 4, we have a gun that I've kind of criticized plenty of times, along with many people in the PF community, because it just isn't as broken as people say it is, but it's still really good. And that is the Honey Badger, of course. The Honey Badger was super broken before the long barrel changes, and basically it got a crazy 3-hit kill range with the hollow point ammo type, but now it's still pretty good. It's a 405 hit with great minimum damage for a carbine or even guns in general, and of course it has pretty good recoil, really good velocity for an integrally suppressed gun as well, and probably most importantly, it has a great reload speed of about 1.8 seconds, which makes this gun basically just instantaneously reload. And this used to not be that special, which is why the gun was probably not that great for a while, but the other M16s got a reload speed nerf, so they don't reload as quickly as this gun does, which is why this gun is so good. Other than that, I mean, 300 AAC blackout is a great ammo type in real life, you know? It's a great ammo type for like home defense or whatever, you know? It's just good. And in this game, it is really cool because it has great velocity for an integrally suppressed gun. With squad barrel, it's 2100 without its 2000, but that's still really good. This has the same velocity as the AK-47, but it's integrally suppressed, which is really good. Most integrally suppressed guns are going to be 1500 to like 1800. This is more than that, of course. It also sounds pretty cool. It reloads fast. The damage is kind of meh, you know, 33 to 22, a 4 to a 5 shot. Isn't really that good, but it's got good RPM that makes up for that, and it's got a fast reload time. So yeah, M16A3, C7 are probably going to be better, but this does have its own little nice things about it that makes it viable in the fact that it has a faster reload time, and it's also integrally suppressed, so it doesn't really show up on the radar. For an integrally suppressed gun, sound effect wise, it's still kind of loud, but people can't hear it from that far away. It's loud to you and it sounds cool to you, but to everyone else it's not like that loud, so I mean, it's a great gun, you know? My favorite carbine in the game? Not really. Not even that close, but I do have 800 kills on it because, yeah, it's a good gun overall. Great for getting lots of kills. But at number 3, we have a gun that a lot of people like, and I like this gun quite a bit too. I only have 190 kills on it because I'm not a huge user of it. This gun is the MC51 SD, or MC51. This gun is super weird. It's not really as much of a carbine as it is like an integrally suppressed battle rifle, and it's kind of a carbine variant of a battle rifle. The MC51 has a fire rate of 600, 540 with a long barrel, which I do recommend the long barrel. It does 46 to 25 damage. The velocity is kind of bad, but it's actually 2000 now. Integral suppressor is 1800, but still not really too bad. Basically, what you get from this gun is a 2-hit kill torso down to a 4-hit kill all ranges, 600 RPM, great recoil, reload speed, and most importantly, this gun is so quiet. In fact, you can make it the most quiet gun in the entire game. So it has a 2-shot kill opportunity up close, 4-hit kill all ranges, great recoil. This gun can beam people close to medium range with no trouble at all, and the velocity isn't even that bad. The recoil is kind of like bouncy up and down, definitely, but it's not very rough recoil, and it can two-shot kill to the torso to over 40 studs with a long barrel, only 20 without the long barrel. You do get greater rate of fire without the long barrel, but I prefer the 2-hit kill potential being twice as far. And also, integral suppressor long barrel has better velocity, and it sounds very cool. This guy's rank 50 and has a G11. That is crazy. This gun is great. Just hit the torso 2 times and you're good. 4-hit kill all ranges. A lot of people might say, oh, but you can just use the 5.0. Well, the 5.0 is definitely going to be very good, but there is reasons to use this. Most importantly, of course, the recoil and how quiet the gun is. If you're not hitting the headshots, it doesn't really matter that you have the 5.0. These have literally the same time to kill. This without the long barrel, and the 5.0 with the full auto conversion, which is, you know, what I kind of recommend with the default ammo. You can use the burst if you want to, but then you're gonna have terrible recoil, only 50 extra RPM. The burst conversion on that gun is kind of weird. I know it's good with like 9mm and 45, but not really, in my opinion, that great with the 50 BMG, or not 50 BMG. It's 50 GI, whatever. It's a 50 cal. Either way, this has 4-hit kill to the limbs, all ranges, and great recoil, as well as the fact that I will show you the very, very quiet way to run this gun. Here is the quietest gun in the game. I hope no one else shoots, because I'm gonna have to turn up the audio a little bit just so you guys can hear it, because this gun is quiet. Here's it without turning up the audio. So yeah, you can't hear it. Here's it with like, I don't know, plus 20 decibels or something. I'll put on screen how much extra I add. You can hear the casings hitting the ground at about the same volume that the gun itself is. If you put like a regular suppressor, integral suppressor on this gun, it will be quiet. You can also put on silent ammo. You don't need to put oil filter and silent, but if you want this gun to literally be like literally unhearable, then you can run that if you want to. Obviously, the oil filter is really not the best way to run the gun for performance, but like if you want a quiet gun, it's pretty good. And the recoil, as you can probably tell, is super great. Really, really interesting gun. Lots of fun ways to run this thing. And it's an overall just great gun as well, considering like integrally suppressed gun, insane close range performance. You probably expect it to fall off super hard for being integrally suppressed and everything, but no. Number 2 though, we actually have the gyrojet. Now I didn't want to put this number 1 because it's not really a generic carbine, but yeah, this gun is extremely good. If you're a high rank player, you should be using this gun. If you're a low rank player, you could pre-buy the gun too, but like it is probably going to be pretty expensive. Basically what the gyrojet carbine does, if you've never heard of this gun, is it only has 7 rounds, it's single loads, and it has a ton of drop, but over range it actually one-shot kills, not only one shot to the head, but also to the torso, which is crazy. Also, it fires really quickly. The reason I say overrange is because, yeah, it actually drops damage down, or it goes up in damage overrange. I don't know what to say. Basically, the damage goes up the farther away you are. This is because in real life, this gun actually has projectiles that speed up overrange, but that doesn't happen in this game. But the gun gets more powerful, which is probably better anyway. In close range, this can actually one-shot kill head, which is pretty good, but in long range, it's going to be a one-hit kill to the body with 300 RPM. Really bad drop, of course, but hit those torso shots, you hit those headshots, it fires extremely quickly and it one-shots. So this is better than the M107. This is better than probably every sniper rifle in the game, but it's weird. So if you don't really like using it because of that, I kind of understand. It's just a little bit of a different experience than your average sniper rifle, but if you can get the hang of it, it is going to be the best gun in the entire game, at least for long range, because yeah, it has like 350 RPM and it one-shots to the body. So I mean, it's gonna be good. This gun is like super fun, but also like surprisingly comically overpowered. It almost feels like it would be a meme gun, because like in real life, this gun never really saw the light of day as like an actual gun in use. Like it's been made, but it was never really used by anybody. And the gyrojet carbine is kind of a joke because it's basically just the pistol, but they slapped a stock and a longer barrel on it. You'd expect it to be really bad, but it's actually super freaking good. And it's kind of awesome that it's actually like so incredibly viable. But of course, it can be a 3-hit kill up close, which is bad, but just run it in long range and you're good. I'm a super huge fan of this gun. I think it is super, super, super okay, you're dead. Underrated because, like, yeah, it's high rank, but the high ranks don't even use it that much, which is crazy to me because it's so good. Anyways, on to some honorable mentions. First off, AK-12C. The AK-12C has 9x39, which has an amazing reload speed of 1.9 seconds. Kind of high recoil, but great damage overall, being able to 2-hit kill head, doing about 42 damage to the torso up close, down to 25 at range, so it's going to be a 4-hit kill all ranges. Plenty of recoil, though, but super great gun. I love that gun. Another honorable mention is the K1A. This gun has been nerfed quite a bit. It's not super great anymore. They kind of just removed the ability to run 223 with like no downside. But back when it had 223 extended magazines, yes. If you guys didn't know, 223 used to give you a 40 round mag. Back then, of course, it was super broken, but it's still a good gun. 900 RPM, really, really low recoil. The Groza 4 is pretty interesting. I thought about putting it on the list maybe, but basically it has 700 RPM, and with hollow point, it can be a 2-hit kill limb. But I do feel like the MC51 and the 5.0 do it better, just because this has awful velocity, 1200. That's less than the K7, which is a integrally suppressed 9mm PDW. Another gun that was almost in the top 5, probably number 6, but it got edged out because I added the MC51. This is the FAL 56-3 Para, great gun as well. Same with the C8A2 and the X95R, both good guns. Plenty of fine guns. Scar PDW also pretty good as well, especially with Scar HPDW, really good with that. But at the number 1 spot, without further ado, we have the SR3M. SR3M is basically the old AS-FAL, but maybe better, probably worse, but still really good. Both this and the AS-FAL used to be a 3 to a 5 hit kill at 900 RPM with really low recoil. But of course, the AS-FAL was way too good, so they nerfed both of these guns, but they nerfed them in different ways. So AS-FAL is still going to be a 5 hit kill at range, but it has 100 less RPM than this. They also give this less 3 hit kill range, and it was a 6 hit kill over range. However, they also made the Vickers suppressor actually good. The Vickers suppressor used to basically just be terrible attachment, but then they decided that it would give it extra 3 hit kill range by 20 studs, so now it has a better 3 hit kill range than it did before, which is super good. Of course, it's a 6 hit kill at range, the recoil isn't perfect, and it's not necessarily extremely overpowered gun. However, if you run this in CQC correctly, this gun is still amazing, you know? 900 RPM, 3 hit kill, so great time to kill. Oh, very good CQC recoil, as you could probably tell. I mean, this gun is just amazing. Empty reload time is pretty bad, but the tac reload time is really not too bad, and probably the best way to run the gun, but I don't prefer to run it like this, is it does have an extended mag for 30 rounds, but I prefer 20 rounds, mostly because I just don't want to reload a little bit slower. I love reload speed in this game, so even though it's probably not the way to run the gun, I like to run it with 20 rounds, which is just, it's kind of dumb of me, but I like to do it. So in my opinion, best carbine in the entire game, it's probably the carbine that I would recommend the most. It's only like rank 70 as well, so really easy to get to. It's basically an SMG, to be honest, but it has really good recoil, great 3 hit kill range. It's a good gun overall. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a nice day.